Hey YouTube, I wanted to get you updated on what I have growing in the garden. So far, I got my gourds here. I'm starting them off before I put them in the yard. And I have a few herbs. I'm starting a little herb garden. I have rosemary, thyme, and mint. The thing about herbs such as mint are they spread. They're going to spread from the root area, and they're also going to spread from the seed. So if you want to grow mint, unless you want a lot of it, don't put it in the ground. Put it in a pot and it'll spread out. Even something this small, if you put it in a pot this big, it's going to fill up that pot. So that's just a little something to keep in mind. I have bay leaf. And I would suggest everyone who gardens should always have strawberries because they are one of the most reliable things ever. These are June-bearing strawberries, but for some reason, I always get my strawberries in May. Thank God for that. I had so many growing because they shoot out little runners, so they're always multiplying on their own. And I had so many in my yard that I decided to dig some up and put them in a pot this year, and they didn't really go through shock because they're still getting ready to start bearing fruit anyway. And if you watched my last video, you see that I have my winter sowing results of things that I started in the winter. Right here I have tomatoes. I have an addiction for growing tomatoes. I probably shouldn't because all the tomatoes that I grow, the seeds somehow end up on the ground anyway, and I get a bunch of volunteers, but I still buy different kinds all the time. And if you check my Etsy shop out, I have a packet of tomatoes called the Remix that I sell online because I have so many different varieties. And it's always good to have variety with tomatoes. I also have the Mother of Thousands, and it's doing well. And if you watch my video of the lab, you saw when I started these out. And I never have enough flowers, so this year I'm going to try to grow some more. My son, my 5-year-old, decided to grow some pansies himself. I have calendula right here. And my snail flower, these two are the same thing. They were planted at the same time. One's just really slow. I don't even know if it's going to come up yet. But here's my snail flower. It's a beautiful flower, beautiful white and purple flower. I have some shooting stars, which I bought from another seller on Etsy. And I have my lion tail, which I really wanted to grow for a long time. And they grow like 6 feet. Very beautiful flower. Another thing is this is my pomegranate. Now, if you look at this, it looks like just a stick. They go dormant in the winter, so they do, after they sprout, look pretty much dead. But if you give them a while, they start to spring back up. So if you ever decide to grow pomegranate within the first year, don't get discouraged when you see them looking like sticks and dirt. Give them a while, and they'll fill out. Down here, I have eggplant. I intended on planting celery in here, and then I had some extra dirt, which I thought was from a pot of dead chia, and I put the chia in there, and the chia wasn't dead, so I have chia in here as well. I have amaranth over here, and if you watch my video of in the lab, here is my aloe. It's doing well. I have a lot of it in a few different places. So I would suggest that everybody grows aloe. These right here are climbing onions. I don't know if you've ever seen climbing onions. Check them out on Google. They're very pretty. They look like regular onions, but the sprouts, the foliage is a lot different. So I started those out from seeds. And I have lavender growing here. French lavender, see, with the ribbons on the top. I always thought those were so pretty. I had never seen the seeds, but I found out, who is this? I don't know who I bought these from. I think it was Botanical Interest, whoever. I bought some seeds from them, and it's going well. And I have some more things I want to put in my herb garden. I have oregano, and I have basil. My wormwood that I showed in, I think maybe 2 of my videos. It's doing good. I just put it in a bigger pot to see if it fills out this year. Oh, these are so cool. I bought these from an Etsy seller too. These are Egyptian onions. And what they do is they grow up, and then at the top of them, they have more onions instead of the onions just growing underground. So you could take off the cuttings or the bulbs off the top and plant them in to the ground. And sometimes what they do to reproduce is they grow up, and it gets so heavy that they fall over. And when they fall over, they start the new plant on the ground. I think that's awesome. Now I have fava beans. And my jojoba is still alive and kicking. And also I have my tree seeds that I bought from well, no, I didn't buy. I found them in nature and I just planted them. But they were from Elberton, Georgia. I am so excited about these. These are silk floss trees. They're in the same family as the baobab tree. And what they do is they grow like a thick stem. And they have little thorns like a rose bush that come out the stem, and then they produce these pretty pink flowers. They're very tropical, and they still manage to grow here in Georgia. Well, I don't know if they're going to grow in Georgia. I'm going to have to bring them in the house and use them as house plants, but I'm just glad that they sprouted. I had such a good success rate with those. Right here I have my moringa, and some of my sprouts are coming up, but I'm going to do a whole nother video on that. And I have peas growing. I think I started these in November, and they came up pretty well. They're doing good. I can't wait to get some peas because I haven't got them yet. Oh, and one of the most important things is, here's my grapes. Last year, I grew these, I started these I think 5 years ago, and last year we finally got our grapes in. And this is how they look, the little cluster. We were so excited about them. We didn't even wait for them to get sweet. We just ate them sour for a little while. I mean, we had more than we could handle. It was great. So I would suggest everyone buy grapes as well. Let's see what else I have. I have a whole bunch of avocado trees. I have them in different stages. I have one that's already a tree. And as you see here, this is what a little sprout looks like. And if you're looking here, this is what it starts to look like. So I don't think we ever throw away a pit at our house. I have another one here. And I also have an alia berry here. I've never had alia berries, but I just decided, I like berries. So I can't think of a berry that I don't like, so I just decided to buy those seeds. And those are doing good. I have some smaller ones that are in the sprouting stage. And I have more gourds. I love gourds. And my kids love them too. And I think that's about it. So YouTube, thank you for tuning in, and y'all have a good day. Thanks. Bye now.